Hey everyone, and welcome back to Ontario Vintage Tractor. If it's your first time tuning in, my name's Rick, and I'd like to thank you for taking some time to check out the channel. Behind me is our 1947 Case Model S, and if you can see, the exhaust is in a little bit of disrepair. That's actually the inside guts of what's left of the old muffler. So we've picked up a new muffler, and we're going to install it here today, as well as pull off the front wheel and get another tire made up for it, because as you can tell, it's seen better days. So stay tuned, here we go. Alright, so first things first, we're going to cut off the old clamp, and then we'll probably have to put a slit in the pipe to get it off. So here we go. Definitely rusted on there, so we'll put a slit on it and then put a chisel in there, open it up, and that should slide it off. And again, we're being careful to try and only go through this pipe, not into the manifold. Grab a chisel and see what happens. Well, I'll have to put a slit up the other side too, I think. Appear that there's a second layer down there. I'll have to get through that too. Well, that was easier than expected. So we'll go ahead and get the new muffler. I think what somebody did there, because this was the wrong size to begin with, so they sleeved it, which is obviously why there was 2 layers there. So I'll grab the other one, go from there. So here we've got a new Stanley muffler. It's an IH muffler, but the size is right and should work just fine. So we'll go ahead and put it on there, and hopefully it'll do what we want it to do. Now I see why they did what they did. They sleeved it, and I think I'm gonna have to try and save that old sleeve because obviously my measurements weren't right because of that sleeve. Again, it's not ideal. I'd rather cut a piece of pipe, but we're gonna work with what we have out here. That's gonna bolt up and work just fine. Well, that should be just fine for what we're doing. Alright, go grab a socket and tighten it up. Alright, and go ahead, everything's in place, tighten the clamp. It's on there getting tight. And we'll get our rain cap now. So, somebody's going to yell at me for this rain cap, because what a lot of people want to do is put them on forwards like this. That way, I mean, the idea is that the exhaust is going to reflect out, not towards you. That's what some people think. A lot of people put them on this way, so if you hit a tree, it just closes up instead of catching the tree branches in there. For aesthetic purposes, I always put them with it forward. I think it just looks better. That's just me. I know a lot of people have their own ideas of how it should be, but this is how I do it. Tight, and just for aesthetic purposes, we'll go ahead and cut that off with the grinder. So let's get this thing fired up and see how it sounds. As Matt would from Diesel Creek would say, contact. That is lots quieter than it used to be. That'll be much nicer when we're out raking with this tractor. Bought this tractor kind of on a whim, and we use it a lot more than I thought we would. Well, that's all we have time for in this episode of Ontario Vintage Tractor. As you can see behind me, we're starting to demo those buildings so we can get our other hay shelter up finally. It's only been years in the making, just trying to find time to do it. The case is quiet, probably for the first time since I've owned it. Muffler worked out good. As always, if you could like and subscribe down at the bottom, give the video a thumbs up. If you like what you're seeing, it's greatly appreciated. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.